Tell me what you see. Two gauges, oil pressure, oil temp. One is manufactured by Faria, that's the one on the right. On the left is oil pressure, and that's manufactured by US Gauge. The US Gauge instrument is for a DC10. It's aviation stuff. On the right, it's for a boat. What did they cost? On the right, $30, $40 maybe MSRP. On the left, who knows? I mean, honestly, could be a couple $1,000, 3,000, 4,000, depends on the complexity. Even up from there, I don't really know what the original specification was on it. I just know that they were really expensive. But the thing that I find the most fascinating about them is just the design analysis of it. First of all, what's really, really effective about it is the level and quality of the optics. The US Gauge oil pressure indicator has a it's a coated lens on the front. It's almost like a camera lens. It has anti-reflection coating. It's optically flat. I believe it has a little bit of concavity. Concavity. That would be concave. Yeah. The thing is it doesn't reflect any light, no matter what angle, where you put it. Look at the Faria gauge. It's catching this flare off the sun. The US Gauge is just, except for the flat, we're reflecting the white a little bit, the white cloth we're on. No matter where you look at it, the Faria, you got this great sun flare off of it. The US Gauge is just dead solid. So what's going on with when you just look at it? On the right, the US Gauge has, oh wow, not even a 90-degree sweep. It's probably 40, 50-degree sweep. And, you can't really tell what's going on. I mean, the temp is kind of straight up. The needle, if it's at 200, okay, great. But it really doesn't tell you much information. The fonts are kind of screwy. There's a lot of gobbledygook on here. Why they put a dual scale is beyond me. It's Fahrenheit and it's centigrade. And wow, look, there's a tiny little numbers. 80, 100, 140. Yeah, I'm going to see that when I'm bouncing down the water, That's crazy. Just crazy talk. On the left, the US Gauge is just fascinating, beautiful look to it. It has a couple attributes to it. Well, first of all, the needle doesn't obscure the numbers, and this is actually pretty unusual for most gauges. It's concentric to the inside radius of the tick marks, and there's a bunch of really cool stuff going on. Let's just ignore him, because that's I don't know. Well, what number is the needle over now? I can't tell. Well, fail. So over here, let's look at this, because that's really, you got to show the bad to show the good. So let's get busy. Okay. First of all, look at what's going on with the silk screening on here. We've got a variety of colors. First of all, there's the color of the numbers, which is, you're talking to Mr. Colorblind here, but I can see that everything is going on. It's this off light color. Could be light green, light beige. I have no idea. But what's really important is it's got this red spike. And then it's a little bit yellow, and then we've got 40. And then 40 up to this little blue dot right below 60. Look at that. This has got the happy zone. This is where the needle's supposed to be, Then up above that, we got the yellow, which is, let's not go there. So between 60 and 80, should never see the thing up there. It's bad. 40 and 60, it's like, yeah. This thing tells you what's happening and what's supposed to be happening. And, of clear indication is this happy little blue dot. Maybe that's where optimal nominal oil pressure is just supposed to be when everything's happy. It's like it should be on the blue dot. It can be below there. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to dig into it a little bit just to see what's going on. It's got a pretty interesting movement to it. I don't know if we can bump it at all. Yeah. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, so there's a little bit of damping. But just for fun, let's take a look at the back of it too here. 0 to 100 psi indicator, oil pressure, 240 degree. Now degree would be the sweep. So they tell you what's all going on. And over here, it's got bits floating around inside. 26 volt, 400 hertz, and inscribed on here is 3 lamps. So it's you know, nicely internal lit. And let's see if we can get this into the sunlight where we can read it. FAA TSO C47. I'm sure you can just make that out, can't you? Sellersville, Pennsylvania. U.S. gauge, part number VIL0C4F. MFR is serial number 23, of course. And then it's got, right below that little screw, NP342N. I have not opened this guy up yet. I'm tempted just to see what's inside, but, you know, sometimes things go spring, and then you're like, well, whoa, don't do that. And looks like it was from Northwest Airlines. Indicator oil pressure, PN 117932-90003, serial number 0028. Little red cap on the back. So that's the deal. It's just a spiffy little thing. Here, put it in the sun so we can see it. There you go. Okay. So just look at that. That's nice. Simple. Know where it's at. Visible. Light and day. It's a beautiful thing. I'd like to see it fired up someday. I'm going to ride in a DC10. See how that happens.